Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Vivi Omi update video. If you guys are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. I've heard say, where's Dashi? Dashi's, again, in the other room. Commenting, like, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below and become a member and join Patreon. So we'll go over a little bit of Omi first, and then we'll get into really just the exciting, or the only part that I'm really going to go over here, which is the platinum moments and why I think Vivi probably made a mistake, but I'm not sure yet. So Omi, less than $800,000 in volume over the last 24 hours, but it's still at 00085. That has been a fantastic level of support for weeks now. It's like this is like a triple bottom, quadruple bottom we have here. We could have somebody go, you can't really do TA for things like this when, someone can put in $1 million and just absolutely wreck anyone's technical analysis. So again, it only works on so many things. That being said, if you do some TA, you have a pretty strong, resilient bottom there at 00085. That looks like a really, really nice support line. Where does it go from here? I don't know. If Bitcoin takes a poop down to 12,500, like some people say it will, then you have a chance of us going to below 0007s. Again, I feel like everyone here is pretty much already sold. I will get up to 160 in probably the next 10 to 12 days, give or take. And then if other things with Earth 2 happen afterwards, I might be able to go even higher. But Bitcoin at 28.4 right now, a lot of people do think that once it goes to 30, it goes down to 12. We have some people that are thinking that it goes up to $1 million a coin 90 days after hyperinflation ensues. Does hyperinflation even ensue? We don't know. Either way, moving on here. So having a little bit of, I want to say a little success on Vivi today. They had 7,500 comics instead of the 5,000. That did not sell out, but it did sell about 65% of it. So the company did make about 30,000 on there. I went for one. I got a common. The common's going for like 220. It's going for like 225 right now. So if you really want one and you don't want to get it from the store, by all means, you don't need to get it from the store. All you need to do is just get it from there. You save about $5. I got a couple of comics today, not particularly this one. I got most of the West Coast Avengers #7. That is the first appearance of, not Left Shark, Land Shark. Left Shark is the Katy Perry Super Bowl, infamously. This one, again, this is worth $1.90. I'm just getting it just so I can try to eventually get in those top 500 wallets. That's the reason I bought it. I really don't expect these to go to like $30. However, I am not the only one that's going to be doing this. There's going to be other people that are going to be looking for cheap comics, and there's only so many people that are going to be willing to sell it for $2 or less. I do think at some point the cheapest collectible on here will be about $4. And this is a comic that most people don't care about. I love the story. I love Land Shark. I think he's great. But yeah, a lot of people really don't like they don't like that comic. Anyway, Vivi made about $30,000 on the drop today. That'll go up a little bit more as time goes on, maybe not too much. But the big news is that update. Vivi posts, in order to give fans more choice with the upcoming transformative potion drop, we are transitioning tomorrow's platinum moments from blind box to individual sale. Now, what it used to be, hey, you have 4,100 editions of Mickey, 3,100 of Donald, 2,100 of Minnie, which I think is great, and 1,100 of Dumbo. Now, obviously, the chase ones, why people would go for a couple of these and not just get one or two, and not just get one, or not skip it at all, is because the Minnie and the Dumbo are most likely going to go over retail. The Donald and the Mickey, although they look great, they are not a first appearance on the blockchain. This is Donald's third appearance on the blockchain, and this is Mickey's, I don't know, like ninth appearance on the blockchain. There's a lot of them. Either way, they look great. The posters that you're going to be able to get next week, if you have some of these, those look great as well. Those actually, I think I'm more of a fan of the posters. I'll let you guys know, I'm actually more excited for the potions outside of this one. I want the Dumbo, I want the Minnie, I want them all. But the, I don't know if you've seen them. Here's a Mickey poster. Looks really cool. You have the Donald one. I'm not going to lie, I'm not really a huge fan of that. But Donald is, again, part of that Fab Five. The Mini one is pretty much a copy of the Mickey one. I think they both look great. I would not mind having those. The Dumbo one looks dope AF. Like, good golly gosh. I I would actually have that as artwork in my. I haven't seen Dumbo in 20 something years. Anyway, why I don't think this is a good idea is because everyone's going to be going for the Dumbo and the Mini. Those will sell out, obviously. But how many people are actually going to go for the Mickey and the Donald? I feel like you might have a couple hundred people go, well, I'm just going to get the set. People that are getting the set, or people that just love those characters. People are like, you know what? These might not be first appearance. They're still cool. They're still great. You're going to have. And it's the 100-year anniversary for it, so it does make it a little bit more special. And this is the first one in this series. There's going to be multiple of these throughout the year. Alex said they're not going to do 100 of these. They're going to do multiple of them, though. Not all of them will be from like Walt Disney Studios. You'll see some from Pixar. I'm hoping you see some from Star Wars, because they're in the pins. You see a little Grogu, see a little Baby Yoda in his little pod. Oh my God, that one's going to break the freaking app. That one's going to be great. Either way, people will go for it, but when you have that blind box, when you have that chance of gambling, and you're just like, oh, I could put in this much and get out this much, it's just that level of excitement that you want. It's that level of excitement that really draws people in, and it makes for, in my opinion, like better live streams, better videos. When you have people that are going for it, and people are just like, oh, I want to watch this person do it. I'm sure that Vivi knows this, but what I am impressed with is that they did this on the fly. They told us about this 2 days ago. They had a whole live stream, a Twitter space yesterday about it. And they said, hey, this is what we're going to do. They answered all the questions. And then literally within 24 hours, actually probably within like 12 or 15 hours, it was taken off the app. When we had yesterday, if you took a look at the drops this morning, that was not there. They had completely taken it off. You didn't see it on the front page saying dropping soon. So they had pivoted extraordinarily quickly. I don't believe there's any other multi-billion-dollar companies that can do that. That, like, not within a day. So the fact that they were able to do that, I am very impressed with. I think that is something that really speaks volumes for how quickly they can pivot. We have these multi-billion-dollar companies where there's so much red tape. You have a bunch of them are public companies, so they have shareholders. Like, it's insane. But to do this, I think, is really just a testament of how quickly they can do things. And honestly, it's not about getting things right every single time. It's about getting things done relatively as quickly as possible. And if it's wrong, being able to pivot and do that and do what you know is right now that it's been tested. This is why I like the updates that we're getting every few weeks. 1 week of coding, 1 week of testing, and then roll out what you have. That is a perfect system for success. Why? I've said this before, just like Apple. Is Apple's new iPhone every year like the greatest thing ever? Is it worth the extra $1,500? Is it that much better than the iPhone that just came out previous years? Is it improvement? Sure. Is it that much? I mean, no, it's not. The only thing that makes it better is that Apple, they do this thing where they slow down the old phones after a while. It's and like they got sued for it. They had to pay out millions of dollars, that class action lawsuit, and they still do it. But people love that. People love the expectation of getting something every year. So the fact that we're getting, even though the updates aren't as big and grand, are waiting 6 months for each update, we're getting updates every couple weeks. I think people are really excited about that. And I still haven't gotten, I don't care about MCP. I want my crypto pay in. I want to get stuff. Yeah, like I said, I put like $100 into the app today because I want to get, I'm going to go for the Dumbo. And the strategies for this are going to be interesting. Everyone's going to go for the Dumbo. Most likely you're not going to get it. The Mini, however, I think that one is the safer route, because the Mini, as everyone's going for the Dumbo, very few people at first are going to go for Mickey or Donald. I feel like everyone's going to go for Dumbo, and Minnie's going to be that one that you probably should be able to get, and I also think will go above retail. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just kind of how I see it. That being said, I'm an absolute degen. I'm going to go for Dumbo, even though I'm probably not going to get it. Everyone's going to go for that one. And yeah, here's the other thing. Vivi would have made, if they would have kept this as it was, as a blind box, and they would have sold out, they would have made over $600,000. But now, if you take a look at, where am I? If you let's go to the calculator real quick, and we take a look at the, let's say, 1,100 plus 2,100, and then you minus the 180 for the 90 each, and you times it by 60. $181,000 is still is still pretty nice. That's that's still a really good amount. Um, but it's I don't know. I kind of wish they would have kept that a blind box, even though they might not have sold out, which I feel like they would have. That still would have probably been more than double of what we're getting here. Now, again, this is not including sales for the Mickey and Donald. I'm sure a couple hundred people are going to get those, especially if you want the full set, and especially let's say you don't really care about these collectibles, you just want them for a bit, and you really want the posters. Now, again, that Mickey and Minnie posters, those are dope. That oh God, and here's the other thing about the now that we have this, we are probably out of the 1923 1923 posters, they're keeping 90, or I'm sorry, of the potions, they're keeping 90 from each poster. So that's actually only 1,500 something. They're actually only going to have, if they distribute that evenly, of take that and divide it by 4 for each of the collectibles, one poster for each. There's actually less than 400 posters that could be minted each, and that's if you decide, and that's if it's split evenly, and that's if everyone takes their potions and they tap them and they burn them in a sense to get that poster. Not everyone's going to do that, so that's why I'm a little more excited for the potions, because it's what are people going to do, how are people going to react, and most likely most people will go for the Dumbo poster, because there's the least amount of Dumbo collectibles, and and again, you have to have, I guess technically you could have 1,010 posters, because if everybody has a Dumbo, or if all the Dumbos sell out, so that's 1,010, and everyone that gets potions decide to, that have a Dumbo, use it on Dumbo instead of everything else, you could actually have 1,010 Dumbos, and you could actually also have extraordinarily limited amounts of Minnie, Mickey, and Donald. I think that Donald poster is probably going to be, Mickey and Donald poster is probably going to be a couple hundred each, maybe, because you have to have the collectible in order to get that. So yeah, those posters are probably going to be very rare, probably going to be very scarce. Be advised, you do have until April 26th to take those potions and to burn them for that poster, so you can see at that point how many are minted, and how many are going to be, how many are left. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. Comment down below your thoughts on this. I'm really curious. And comment anyway. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe. And smash that like button. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow. Bye, Dashi.